Hello, and welcome to the video tutorial on NomoGaia's Human Rights Impact Cataloging System. Presently, the NomoGaia catalog spreadsheet is not available online. Email us at info@nomogaia.org to receive a copy. We are responsive. Expect to hear back in a day. If you have already received the Excel version of the catalogs, you may want to take a few minutes to familiarize yourself with its layout. There are 11 columns and over 300 rows. Inputting data into over 350 catalog topics seems daunting, but the catalogs themselves recommend resources that help guide the process, in the Sources column highlighted here. The first 4 columns are organizational, helping to keep your data sorted and searchable. Column E contains the topics or indicators whose inputs in column F lead you to conclusions about human rights impacts. Because human rights research requires transdisciplinary knowledge, resources from across the political, legal, economic, environmental, health, and social spectra are listed here. In some categories, a single resource will provide inputs for numerous indicators. Familiarizing yourself with these resources makes your research faster and easier. Columns I and J, titled Impacted Rights and Impacted Rights Holders, are used to link the topic inputs with the individuals and human rights most likely to be affected when the project alters conditions associated with that topic. We will come back to these later. The rows are sorted into 3 main catalogs: Context, Project, and Company. Context indicators describe current conditions experienced by rights holders. They represent a limited baseline relevant to project development. Project and company indicators describe the components of the project that will interact with that baseline to affect change. You may want to work through catalogs one by one, selecting the catalog from the drop-down option in row 1. This same function can be used to sort and isolate categories and subcategories as well. Here, we'll select all labor indicators from Context, Project, and Company. If you're unclear on the meaning of an indicator, float your mouse over the topic and an explanation will appear as a comment. Now it's time to start populating the catalogs with data. We are continuing with the example of Paladin's Kayelekera uranium mine in Malawi. We developed an overview for this project in the last tutorial. It's shown here. The overview is connected to the Excel-based catalogs through a link you'll insert on page 11. Instructions on this document linking process are available at the hyperlink shown on your screen. Most of the resources you'll need for the catalogs are available from the Sources column. Clicking on the source for payroll deductions common with employment guides you to information on Malawi's standard payroll deductions. Such deductions, it turns out, don't exist in Malawi. We'll input that finding in column F, modifying the source in column H as appropriate. For specific labor laws, the ILO is the best resource. Follow the prompts to Malawi to find legislation on child labor, non-discrimination, and occupational health and safety. Malawi doesn't have a specific law for forced labor, but check under General Laws to see if such provisions exist elsewhere. The Penal Code addresses human trafficking and slavery in Division 4, Chapter 15. The ILO often includes links to original documents, but if not, a quick online search often produces the documents you need to provide detail required in the catalogs. Incorporate the language of the relevant articles of the Penal Code in column F, row 7. As in row 1, modify the relevant sources in column H, where appropriate. As you complete the catalogs, not all sources provided will produce the information you need. Some topics require field visits, Others may just demand a more in-depth search. At Kayla-Kara, HIV surfaced as a major concern. Special topics, like HIV, are represented as modules in column G. These are described in greater detail in the HRIA toolkit, available online. The next tutorial addresses the process of scoring and rating human rights impacts using the catalogs we've employed in this tutorial. Please contact us at info@nomogaia.org with any questions.